Welcome to Grit and Growth. In this space where we dive into ideas and books that help us become better versions of ourselves. I'm your host, Andrew.
And I'm Kate. Today we're talking about a book that's become a cornerstone for anyone looking to master focus in an age of distraction. Deep Work by Cal Newport. Andrew, this book is a game changer, isn't it?
Absolutely, Kate. Newport really zeroes in on how our ability to focus deeply is becoming increasingly rare, and therefore, incredibly valuable. Let's set the stage for our listeners. Deep work is essentially about learning to focus without distraction on cognitively demanding tasks. Newport contrasts this with shallow work, which is less demanding, often logistical, and usually performed while distracted.
And he makes a compelling argument that to thrive in today's economy, where automation and globalization are reshaping industries, cultivating deep work skills is not optional, it's essential.
Let's start with the core idea of the book. Newport breaks it into two main parts: why deep work is important, and how to achieve it. So Kate, what stood out to you in the why section?
Yes. So, why does Newport believe our modern environment kills focus? He highlights how it's meticulously designed to do so. With constant notifications, open offices, and the glorification of busyness, these factors train us to stay perpetually distracted. Newport even argues that many of these behaviors are blatantly counterproductive.
Exactly. He even points to research showing how frequent context switching, like jumping between emails, texts, and tasks, diminishes productivity and our ability to produce high-quality work. Newport also argues that engaging in deep work not only improves our output, but also makes us happier because it's intrinsically satisfying.
That's such a key point. When you're deeply focused, you're in a state of flow where time seems to fly, and you're fully immersed in what you're doing. He calls it the superpower of the 21st century.
Now let's talk about the how. Newport outlines 4 rules for cultivating deep work. 1. Work deeply. 2. Embrace boredom. 3. Quit social media, and the 4th is drain the shallows. So Kate, which of these resonated with you the most?
So, embrace boredom was a big one for me. It's such a counterintuitive idea in today's culture. Newport argues, and I totally agree, that our addiction to constant stimulation, like scrolling on our phones during every idle moment, it really trains our brains to be incapable of sustained focus. It's kind of scary, right? To think we've gotten so used to instant gratification. To counter this, he suggests scheduling periods of deep focus and actually practicing boredom by deliberately stepping away from distractions. I mean, isn't that so fascinating?
Yes, that one hit home for me too. And oh, quit social media. What a bold suggestion. Newport isn't saying you have to go full digital detox, but he's like, be intentional. If a tool doesn't significantly contribute to your personal or professional goals, he says just ditch it.
I love how he emphasizes aligning your tools with your values. It's about taking control, instead of being controlled. And then there's drain the shallows. This one's about minimizing shallow work. He suggests strategies like time blocking your day so that you have dedicated periods for deep work, and cutting down on tasks that don't truly matter.
So Kate, how do you think listeners can start applying these ideas today?
A great starting point is to experiment with time blocking. Schedule just an hour or 2 of focused work each day. During that time, put your phone away and eliminate all distractions. And maybe try stepping back from social media for a weekend to see how it impacts your focus.
Those are excellent tips. I'd add one more. Reflect on what truly matters in your work or personal life. Once you know your priorities, it's easier to direct your energy toward deep work.
Agreed. And remember, building the habit of deep work takes time. So be patient with yourself. But as Newport says, the ability to concentrate deeply is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it gets.
Well, That's a wrap for today's episode of Grit and Growth. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you found value in this discussion, share it with someone who'd benefit. And don't forget to check out Deep Work by Cal Newport.
Also, don't forget to follow us on social media for more updates and discussions. Until next time, stay focused and keep growing.